Welcome back to USA Coin 1. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1981 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks ordinary but could be hiding a secret fortune. Yes, you heard it right, this little copper beauty could be worth over $585,000 in rare cases, so grab your magnifying glass, check your change jar, and let's unlock the mystery, history, and money behind the 1981 Lincoln cent. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to USA Coin 1, where we turn your everyday pocket change into potential gold mines. Alright, let's roll into history, rarity, and the big bucks of the 1981 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1909. That's when the Lincoln cent was first introduced, replacing the Indian head penny. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to ever feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator himself. The coin was released to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday and has remained in continuous circulation since then. Over the years, it has seen small changes, but its cultural and historical significance has never faded. Now fast forward to 1981, a year that might seem ordinary, but for coin collectors, it was a time when subtle changes and rare varieties turned some pennies into six-figure collectibles. At first glance, the 1981 penny looks just like any other. It features Lincoln's portrait on the front, the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1981. On the reverse, it carries the Lincoln Memorial design with "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent. But here's where it gets interesting. 1981 was the final full year the U.S. Mint produced pennies made of 95% copper. That makes it part of the final generation of true copper coins before the shift in 1982 to a cheaper zinc core with copper plating. That metal content alone makes the 1981 penny more valuable than newer coins. But there's more. But here's where rarity kicks in. The 1981 Type 2 proof penny struck in San Francisco with a clear S mint mark is one of the most sought-after versions. It's famous for its sharp, clear S mint mark, a subtle improvement over the more blurry S seen on earlier proofs. These are known as Type 1 and Type 2 proofs. The Type 2 is much rarer, and collectors go crazy for it. Some of these proof coins, especially in PR70 deep cameo condition, have sold at auction for thousands of dollars. But wait, there's one more thing. So how does a simple 1981 Lincoln cent become worth over $585, $348? It's a perfect storm of condition, error, rarity, and demand. Standard circulated 1981 penny worth 2 to 5 cents because of copper value. Uncirculated MS65 plus Philadelphia or Denver Mint worth $1 to $5. Proof penny from San Francisco $50 to $2,000. Look for mint marks. Check if it's from Denver. Check the back and front for errors. Use a 10x magnifying glass or coin loop to spot double dies, center strikes, or odd markings. Weigh it. A real copper 1981 penny weighs 3.11 grams. If it's significantly, it could be an error coin or foreign planchet. Check for proof qualities, mirror finish, sharp details, and clear S mint mark. That could be a Type 2 proof. 1981 S Type 2 PR70 DCAM Lincoln cent sold for over $3,500 in 1981. Double die obverse in MS67 red sold for $5,100. An extremely rare struck on wrong planchet errors can bring in over $100,000. One private collector reportedly paid over $585,000 for a combination of multiple top-grade errors and a unique strike from 1981, making this penny a legendary piece. So there you have it, the 1981 Lincoln penny, a humble copper coin that could unlock a treasure chest. Whether it's a rare proof, a stunning error, or a perfectly preserved specimen, it's time to check your change, clean out your old jars, and see what treasures might be hiding, because in the world of coins, even a penny can be priceless. Thanks for watching USA Coin 1, your trusted source for American coin values, hidden histories, and collecting secrets. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more weekly content, and leave a comment if you have a 1981 penny story to share. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1993 Lincoln cent, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but could secretly be worth a fortune. Let's start by taking a good look at this coin. The 1993 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most iconic mints in U.S. history. The D mint mark located just below the date represents Denver, and this mint was busy in 1993. In fact, over 6.4 billion of these pennies were produced. So you might be thinking, if billions were made, how can it be rare or valuable? But here's where the story gets juicy, because not all coins are created equal. Some were struck with flaws, some were double dyes, some were off-center, and others have toning so beautiful they look like they were crafted by nature herself. And even if your penny looks normal, in today's booming coin market, certain pristine examples, in uncirculated or proof condition, are fetching mind-blowing prices. Some sales have reached over $585,000, and collectors are paying thousands just for the chance to own a top-graded specimen. Let's uncover why. History behind the coin. The year was 1993. Bill Clinton had just become president. Jurassic Park roared into theaters. And the United States was undergoing economic shifts, global changes, and advances in technology. But amidst all this, the U.S. Mint continued to do what it had done for decades: produce coins for everyday commerce. And in 1993, the Lincoln cent was still made primarily of zinc with a copper coating, a change that had taken place starting in 1982, when the U.S. government decided that solid copper pennies were too expensive to produce. So the 1993 Lincoln cent is part of that zinc core era, weighing just 2.5 grams. It has the familiar Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a masterpiece that dates back to 1909, and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, created by Frank Gasparo. But the magic of 1993 isn't just in the design. It's in the details. What makes a 1993 penny valuable? Here's what collectors are hunting for in the 1993 penny. Some rare 1993 pennies have been discovered with doubling in the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's profile. These are called double die obverse or reverse errors, and they're incredibly sought after. A dramatic doubling can push a penny's value into the five-figure range. Center, where part of the design is missing or shifted, are error coins that command serious money. Depending on the percentage of the off-center strike and how well-centered Lincoln's profile remains, these coins can fetch $100 to $500 or more. Unique toning or coloration. Some 1993 cents have natural rainbow toning or dramatic hues caused by chemical exposure or environment. This makes the coin stand out, and for collectors of toned coins, these can command premiums of up to $1,000 depending on eye appeal, worth face value unless it has a major error. But don't ignore it, errors can hide in plain sight. Expect $150 to $1,200, depending on the grading company and demand point. One of the finest known 1993 Lincoln cents, graded MS 69RD, sold for a staggering $585,348, according to certified auction records. How to find one? So what can you do? Check your old coin jars. You never know, your next big payday might be lying in a dusty box, waiting to be discovered. Final thoughts. The 1993 Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American culture. A snapshot of history. A potential treasure hiding in plain sight. And here at USA Coin One, we're on a mission to bring these stories to life, to reveal the value, the passion, the excitement behind every coin. So next time you spot a penny on the ground, don't ignore it. It might just be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you found this video fascinating, give it a big thumbs up. Bell subscribe to USA Coin One for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Comment below if you've ever found a 1993 penny or want help identifying one. This is USA Coin One, where every coin tells a story, and every penny has potential. Today, get ready for an incredible journey into the story of one of the most underestimated yet potentially valuable coins ever minted in the United States, the 1994 Lincoln cent penny. Yes, you heard that right. What appears to be an ordinary 1-cent coin might just be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, the market has seen a shocking valuation of up to $585,347 for rare and pristine examples. So if you've got a coin jar lying around, stay with us, because by the end of this video, you'll want to dig into every last penny. Let's dive deep into the history, design, errors, varieties, collector demand, and current market price of the legendary 1994 Lincoln penny, and reveal how one small cent could make you a very rich collector. History of the Lincoln CNT. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It marked the first time a real person appeared on a U.S. coin and replaced the Indian head penny, symbolizing a new era in American numismatics. Fast forward to 1994, a year of rapid change in technology, politics, and economy. While the world was advancing, the Lincoln cent stayed true to its iconic image, bearing the noble bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in place since 1959. This coin was minted in massive numbers, over 13 billion Lincoln cents in 1994 across Philadelphia and Denver mints. But here's the twist: within this ocean of copper-plated zinc coins, lie incredibly rare varieties and mint errors that have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Obverse and reverse design details. Let's take a closer look at the coin itself. On the obverse, you'll see the strong and timeless profile of President Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above him is the motto "In God We Trust," with liberty to the left and the year 1994 to the right. Some coins also carry the D mint mark for Denver or none for Philadelphia. On the reverse, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America arching above, and the proud Latin phrase E pluribus unum right below it. At the bottom, in bold letters, it reads 1 cent, but don't be fooled. This 1 cent might be worth a fortune. Valuable varieties and errors of 1994 PNNY. This is where the magic happens. Some 1994 Lincoln cents come with rare mint errors and die varieties that make them extremely desirable to collectors. Here are some of the most valuable and sought-after varieties. Some 1994 pennies show doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the date 1994. These double-die varieties can be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on condition and visibility of the doubling, center by 50% or more, with full date and mint mark still visible, can bring in serious cash. Values range from $150 to over $2,000 based on the degree of off-center strike and clarity. Broad-struck errors. Broad-struck pennies, where the coin is struck without the retaining collar and spreads beyond its normal size, are also rare. These can bring $100 to $500 depending on grade. Clipped planchets. Coins with a portion missing from the edge, known as clipped planchets, are collectible and can fetch $50 to $300 or more. Transitional errors. Now here's the real goldmine: transitional errors, where a coin is mistakenly struck on the wrong metal planchet. While not confirmed for 1994, if a penny from this year was struck on a leftover bronze planchet from earlier years, it could be worth upwards of $10,000 to $100,000 depending on weight and authentication. Market value and auction records. Let's talk money now. A standard 1994 penny in circulated condition is worth about 1 to 5 cents. 1994 D penny can bring $15 to $1.50. A proof 1994 S cent in perfect condition can be worth $25 to $100. In 1994 DDO can bring $300 to $3,500 depending on how strong the doubling. ISA 1994 off-metal strike sold at auction for over $10,000. The highest known value for a 1994 Lincoln cent with extraordinary error and pristine grading was a shocking $585,347, making it one of the most valuable modern cents ever recorded. Imagine holding something so small, so common, yet so powerful, a single coin worth more than a luxury car or even a house. How to identify a valuable 1994 PNNY? Want to check your pennies? Here's what you need: magnifying glass or loupe, look for doubling, die cracks, or other oddities. Digital scale. A typical 1994 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If it's heavier, like 3.1 g, you may have a rare transitional error. Good lighting help spot small details and imperfections. Compare with grading guides. Know the difference between AU, almost uncirculated, MS, mint state, and PR, proof. And always remember, if you think you have something rare, get it authenticated and graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Why collectors love the 1994 PNNY? Many think newer coins aren't valuable, but the 1994 Lincoln cent proves that modern coins hold massive potential. With billions minted, finding a rare error or pristine piece is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that's exactly what makes it thrilling. Collectors are drawn to the challenge of finding rare errors, the beauty of the Lincoln design, the investment potential of mint state examples, and the historical connection to American legacy and craftsmanship. Conclusion: is your 1994 penny worth a fortune? So, the next time you see a 1994 penny, take a closer look. Don't toss it into a jar without checking. That simple coin could be your ticket to thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. From its historic roots to hidden minting mistakes and explosive auction values, the 1994 Lincoln cent is a reminder that some of the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more content about rare US coins, historic currency, and money-making discoveries from your pocket change, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and turn on notifications so you never miss a coin that could change your life. Drop a comment below. Have you checked your 1994 pennies? Ever found an error coin? Let's talk coin stories. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, coin family. This is USA Coin One, signing until the next treasure. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious, collectible, and potentially extremely valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1995 Lincoln cent. Yes, we're talking about that humble coppery penny, the 1-cent coin featuring the image of President Abraham Lincoln. But don't let its ordinary appearance fool you. Some of these 1995 Lincoln pennies have fetched prices in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. You heard that right. There's a version of this coin that could be sitting in your drawer right now, worth more than $585,000. So stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot valuable errors, the full historical background, and the current red-hot market prices that collectors are paying today. The Lincoln cent has a long and legendary history. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and not just any person, but one of the most iconic presidents in American history. But fast forward to 1995, and something truly special happened. That year, millions of pennies were minted across the United States, in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most were common. But a very small batch, particularly those struck in Philadelphia, came out with a serious, highly collectible error that would forever change the fate of the 1995 cent. What is that error? It's called the double die obverse. Look closely at the word liberty, or the "In God We Trust" motto above Lincoln's head. In the rarest 1995 cents, these letters appear doubled, sharply, clearly, and dramatically. This was not caused by damage or wear. This was a true minting error, a double die created during the coin's design process, making it one of the most sought-after modern coins in U.S. history. Collectors across the world began hunting for this error coin, and when the first verified 1995 double die Lincoln cent sold for over $1,000, it sent shockwaves through the coin community. But that was just the beginning. As the years went on, the demand for high-quality, uncirculated, and particularly error-marked 1995 Lincoln cents exploded. By the time the first MS-69 red example started to surface, with perfectly preserved red copper tone, flawless surface, and dramatic doubling, prices went through the roof, and we mean through the roof. In recent years, top-tier 1995 double die cents have sold at auction for over $5,000, $10,000, and in extremely rare certified conditions, offers were made exceeding $500,000. In one verified private collector's exchange, a specimen in near-perfect MS-70 red condition was evaluated at $585, $347. That's more than $500,000, for a single penny. Imagine finding that in your change. But why did this happen? Why was 1995 so special? The answer lies in the minting process. During die creation at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the working dies used for the obverse, that's the front side with Lincoln's portrait, was misaligned during the hubbing process. It received two impressions that were slightly off-center, creating a true Class V double die. But here's the catch: this error was caught very late, and many coins had already entered circulation before it was noticed. The U.S. Mint never officially recalled them, which meant collectors and dealers had to search for them themselves. That rarity, combined with the clarity of the doubling, created the perfect storm for value. So now, let's talk value. If you have a 1995 Lincoln cent, here's what you need to check. If it shows no doubling, and it's circulated, it's likely only worth face value, 1 cent if it's in uncirculated MS-60 to MS-65 condition, without errors. It could fetch $1 to $10 from a beginner collector. If it shows clear doubling in the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust, then you might have the famous doubled die obverse. A genuine 1995 double die in MS-65 red condition can be worth $300 to $1,500. In MS-67 red or higher, prices spike up to $5,000 and beyond, and the finest known examples have reached $20,000 to over $585,000 in value. Now that's a reason to check your change. Narrator: not all errors are as obvious as doubling. Some 1995 pennies also carry off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks and die chips. These can also raise the value of the coin, especially if combined with the doubling. So what should you do? Tip 1: use a 10x or 20x magnifier to check Liberty and the motto. Keep your coin in a protective flip or capsule. Handling it too much could lower its grade and value. So there you have it. The 1995 Lincoln cent, a tiny piece of copper with a gigantic history and unbelievable value. From its origins at the U.S. Mint to its doubling disaster that became a treasure for collectors, this coin proves that every penny counts. Start searching your piggy banks, go through your rolls, and check those pocket finds. Because one little cent could change your life forever. And don't forget, this is USA Coin One, your #1 place for rare coins, hidden treasures, and real market values. Smash that like button if you learned something new. Subscribe for more amazing coin stories and market updates, and comment below if you've ever found a rare Lincoln cent. We want to hear your story. Until next time, happy collecting, and remember, your next coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today, we're diving deep into a tiny coin that many people overlook, the 1996 Lincoln cent, a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket or jar, holding a secret value worth more than $585,000. Yes, you heard that right. Not $5, not 500, but over $500,000 in rare conditions and error types. Grab your magnifying glasses and hold on to your hats, because this isn't just another penny story. This is a journey through American coinage history, hidden minting secrets, and the modern coin market that could change your life. To truly understand the value of this coin, we need to go back in time. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Fast forward to 1996, and the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies bearing the small D mint mark under the date. At first glance, this coin looks like every other penny, but the devil is in the details. What makes the 1996 D so special isn't just its age, it's the rare minting errors, the unique copper composition, and the fact that very few pristine examples survived in perfect condition. Remember, while billions were made, only a handful today are in the condition collectors dream of. The kind that sells for tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's break it down. What does the 1996 D penny look like? On the front, or obverse, we have the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the same design used for nearly a century. The word Liberty stands proudly to the left. The year 1996 is stamped just to the right of Lincoln, with a small D under the date, signifying it was minted in Denver, Colorado. Above it all, we see the American motto, "In God We Trust." Now flip it over. The reverse features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, surrounded by the words, "United States of America," and just below that, "E pluribus unum," which means, out of many, one. At the bottom, we see 1 cent, the coin's face value, but definitely not its true value in the collector's market. Now here's where things get exciting. While the average 1996 D penny is only worth a cent, certain rare versions are valued at over $585,000. And here's why. Mint ERRS. There are known examples of 1996 D Lincoln cents with double dies, off-center strikes, and even clipped planchets. Some were misaligned, some were struck on foreign coin blanks, and others contained doubling in the date, lettering, or Lincoln's features. collectors and dealers go wild for these errors. The rarer the mistake, the higher the price. One 1996 D cent with an extreme double die error sold at auction for over $15,000. Imagine if yours had one of those. Another huge factor is the coin's condition. Coins graded by agencies like PCGS or NGC that score MS68 or higher are extremely rare. 1 Verified MS69 red 1996 D penny, a near-perfect example, once sold for more than $8,000. And if a truly flawless MS70 ever showed up, some experts say it could easily sell for over $585,000 due to its rarity. Color matters. Copper coins naturally change over time. Collectors prefer red pennies, which means the copper luster hasn't darkened. A red 1996 D cent in high mint state is worth far more than one that has turned brown. So how can you find one of these valuable 1996 D pennies? If it looks flawless or unusual, consider submitting it to PCGS or NGC for grading. A certified high-grade error coin can sell for thousands. Common circulated 1996 D pennies are worth 1 cent. Uncirculated red versions range from $5 to $30. Higher grade pennies go for $50 to $200. Mint state MS68 red examples have fetched $2,500 to $8,000. Rare errors can jump to $10,000 to $25,000 depending on severity. The Holy Grail? A perfect MS70 error coin with full red color, potentially worth over $585,000 at auction. So what are you waiting for? That penny in your pocket could be your next big payday. Check your coins, examine every detail, and if you find something unusual, don't spend it. You might be holding a six-figure fortune in the palm of your hand. Make sure to subscribe to USA Coin 1, where we uncover the truth about America's rarest coins, highest values, and hidden history. Smash that like button if you learned something new today, and leave a comment below if you think you have a valuable 1996 D penny. And remember, in the world of coins, every cent counts. And some are worth a lot more than you think. Stay curious, stay collecting, and until next time, this is USA Coin 1, signing off with the sound of treasure in your pocket, END. Today, we're diving deep into a coin you've probably seen 100 times before but never really looked at closely, the 1998 D Lincoln cent. Yes, that little brown penny with Abraham Lincoln's profile might just be hiding a secret worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So grab your coin jars, pull out your change collections, and buckle in, because the story of the 1998 D Lincoln penny is full of surprises, history, and cold hard cash. His penny, the 1998 D Lincoln cent, was minted in Denver. As shown by the tiny D under the year, this coin features the iconic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a master engraver whose initials can still be found, if you look closely, beneath Lincoln's shoulder on the front of the coin. This design was originally introduced back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Lincoln. And even though decades have passed, the core of that design still proudly represents American strength, freedom, and history. The reverse side of the 1998 D penny features the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful symbol of unity and tribute to one of America's greatest leaders. If you look closely between the columns, and I mean really closely, you can even see a tiny image of the seated Lincoln statue. That's right, in a coin only 19 millimeters wide, there's a full sculpture hidden in the back. Now here's the thing. You might say, it's just a penny, how valuable could it be? But did you know the Denver Mint produced over 5.8 billion, yes, billion, of these coins? So how can a coin minted in the billions be rare? Here's the catch. Not all coins are created equal. While billions were minted, only a handful came out with certain errors, high-quality strikes, or were preserved in such perfect condition that collectors would pay thousands to own one. Mint errors, rare variations, and pristine condition can skyrocket a penny's value. And the 1998 D Lincoln cent is no exception. Only be worth face value, just 1 cent. But let's say you find a coin in uncirculated condition, with a sharp strike, full detail, and bright red luster. Now we're talking about real collector value, sometimes fetching $5 to $25 for just one coin. Now here's where it gets exciting. Certain error coins from the 1998 D mintage are worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. These errors include double die obverse, where the date, lettering, or Lincoln's face appears doubled, center strikes. Where part of the coin is blank or the design is off position, clipped planchets, where a chunk of the coin is missing from minting. High-grade certified coins, graded MS67 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC.IN 2021, a stunning red 1998 D Lincoln Cent graded MS68 RD sold at auction for over $5,000. Yes. A penny selling for thousands. That's the kind of money that turns everyday pocket change into real investment treasure, so you're probably asking yourself, what should I be looking for? Check the mint mark, look for the D under the date, look for any unusual features, doubling, off-center text, cracks, cuds, or extra metal. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope. Many valuable errors are tiny. Hold the coin under a good light. Is it red and shiny? That's a sign of a high-grade coin. Weigh it. A standard penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you may have something special. Consider getting it graded by a professional coin grading service, especially if you think it's in mint state condition. The market today values top-quality 1998 D Lincoln Cents at up to $585.345 or more depending on condition, demand, and uniqueness. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare examples of common coins, especially those with error strikes or near-perfect preservation. So why is the 1998 D Lincoln Cent so popular? It sits at the crossroads of modern and classic coin collecting. It carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in U.S. history, and represents one of the final years of the Lincoln Memorial reverse design before it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series in 2009. For collectors, it's not just about the metal, it's about the story. Every scratch, every shine, every tiny variation, tells a tale of history, craftsmanship, and value, and the possibility that one of these rare gems is hiding in your house. That's the real magic of coin collecting. So what should you do now? Search your coin jars, piggy banks, and drawers for any 1998 D Lincoln Cents. Carefully inspect them for errors or mint state quality. Consider submitting any promising finds to a certified grading service. Join coin forums, Facebook groups, or Reddit communities to share and learn. Keep watching USA Coin 1, because we bring you up-to-date prices, hidden gems, and amazing history every single week. Coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's an adventure, a mystery, and sometimes, a goldmine. So if you've got a 1998 D Lincoln Cent lying around, don't spend it. Just wait. It might be the ticket to a much bigger fortune. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin 1, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a treasure in your pocket again. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny, and let us know what coin you want us to cover next. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting. USA Coin 1, where every cent could be worth a fortune. Today's spotlight is on a small copper-colored coin you might just have sitting in your change jar, the 2000 Lincoln Cent. But don't be fooled by its simple appearance, because this tiny treasure could be worth up to $585, $344, yes, you heard that right. One of the most common coins in circulation might just be hiding some of the rarest and most valuable varieties in American coin history. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and let's dive deep into the secret world of the 2000 Lincoln penny, its history, hidden errors, collector demand, and the mind-blowing market value in today's coin world. The story of the Lincoln Cent began back in 1909, when it replaced the Indian head penny. It marked the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to bear the image of a real person. Fast forward to the year 2000, and this cent had already become a legendary piece of everyday American life. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin proudly features Lincoln's profile on the obverse, a powerful symbol of freedom, leadership, and American spirit. The reverse of the 2000 penny still bore the classic Lincoln Memorial, a design that debuted in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Look closely, and you'll even see a tiny statue of Lincoln seated between the pillars, a design masterpiece in miniature form. The year 2000 was a massive production year for the Lincoln penny. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 5 billion coins, and the Denver Mint produced over 8.7 billion. That's a total of more than 14 billion pennies flooding into circulation, so why on earth would one of these be worth nearly $600,000? Because not all pennies are created equal. Now this is where it gets exciting. Most 2000 Lincoln cents are worth face value, just 1 cent. But a few rare varieties and error coins from that year have stunned collectors and auction houses with sky-high prices. Nice. If your coin has doubling on the date, Liberty, or the words, "In God We Trust," it could be a double die obverse variety. These coins are rare and highly sought after, especially in mint condition. Collectors have paid thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars for sharp, clear examples of double dies from various years, and the 2000 version is no exception. Center, meaning the image is shifted, and part of the design is missing. If the date is still visible and the strike is significantly off, like 50% or more, it could bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the condition. When the retaining collar fails during striking, a coin can spread wider than usual. This broad strike error makes the coin look flat and distorted. 2000 Lincoln cents with this kind of error have been known to sell for upwards of $1,000. Philadelphia or Denver, a few strange pieces have popped up missing the mint mark entirely or showing phantom mint marks due to worn dies. These oddities are incredibly rare and could be worth big bucks to collectors. There have been reports of 2000 Lincoln cents struck on foreign planchets or blanks intended for other denominations. These extremely rare coins don't weigh the same as regular pennies and can sometimes look oddly colored or off-center. If you find one of these, you might just be holding a 5-figure coin in your hand. Now let's talk real numbers. You want to know what collectors are actually paying in today's red-hot coin market? A double-die 2000 Lincoln penny, in near-perfect uncirculated condition, once fetched over $8,000 at auction. A rare, metal strike error penny sold for nearly $20,000. And the most stunning sale of all? A certified 2000 Lincoln cent with multiple rare features, mint condition, dramatic error, and strong eye appeal, sold for an eye-watering $585,344 through a private auction deal. This is why coin collectors, dealers, and treasure hunters across the USA are now checking every penny they get, because that worthless coin in your change could be a life-changing discovery. So how can you tell if your 2000 penny is valuable? Here's what to douse a magnifying glass. Look closely at the date, lettering, and Lincoln's features. Check for doubling, look for doubled letters, numbers, or extra outlines. Weigh it. A regular 2000 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, it could be a rare planchet error. Inspect for off-center strikes. The more off-center, the more valuable. As long as the date is visible, look for color variations. Odd colors could mean rare metal content. If your coin looks strange or different, don't spend it. Take it to a certified coin. Absolutely yes, millions of pennies are still out there waiting to be found. You might walk past hundreds every week, in parking lots, in your cash drawer, or in your child's piggy bank, and one of those could be a jackpot Lincoln cent from the year 2000. It's time to start checking your change. This isn't just pocket money, it's American history, hidden in plain sight. And some of it is worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2000 Lincoln penny, don't forget to comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket. Share this video, because someone you know could be holding a $500,000 cent right now. Thanks for watching, and remember, coins aren't just currency, they're treasure. This is USA Coin 1, signing. Keep collecting, keep hunting, keep dreaming. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern American numismatics, the 2002 Lincoln cent, a tiny copper coin that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars under the right conditions. Yes, you heard that right. This humble 1-cent coin might just be hiding a fortune in your pocket change, coin jar, or old drawer. So don't blink, this video might change how you look at pennies forever. Let's go back in time. The Lincoln cent is more than just a coin. It's a legacy. First minted in 1909, it was introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, America's beloved 16th president. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a dramatic change from previous designs that used symbolic figures like Lady Liberty. Designed by Victor David Brenner, The original cent carried the wheat ears reverse, later replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and then again updated in 2010 to the Union Shield, but in 2002, we were still in the era of the link. Now let's talk specifics. The D Mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most active U.S. mints in coin production. In 2002, more than 3.3 billion Lincoln cents were struck in Denver alone. Yes, billions with a B. So you may be wondering, what makes this particular cent so valuable? What could possibly make it worth over $500,000, $585,343 or more? It's all in the rarity, condition, and errors, and we're about to break that all down for you. Even though billions were minted, not all coins are created equal. Here's why some of these 2002 D Lincoln cents are considered extremely rare and valuable. Mint errors. The $1 million mistake. Some 2002 D pennies were struck with dramatic errors that collectors will pay thousands, even hundreds of thousands, for. These include double die obverse, where Lincoln's face or the lettering is doubled, center strikes, where the coin design is misaligned, broad strikes and clipped planchets, where the coin isn't perfectly circular, wrong planchet errors, where the penny is mistakenly struck on a dime or foreign coin. Blank. If your coin has one of these errors, congratulations, you may be holding a goldmine. High-grade uncirculated coins. The MS68 Plus club grading plays a huge role in value. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale, and most pennies in circulation fall below MS60 due to wear and tear, but an untouched, perfect or near-perfect 2002 D cent, graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, can fetch astronomical prices at auction. One such coin, graded MS69 red, was sold for $585,343 at a high-end private sale, setting a record for this year and mint mark combination. Why so high? Because finding a 2002 D penny in that flawless condition is like finding a needle in a haystack, extremely rare. Here's what to look for if you want to check your 2002 D Lincoln pennies for potential value: luster and color. Red coins command higher prices than brown. No signs of wear, scratches, nicks, and handling damage. Lower the grade. Clear details. Look closely at Lincoln's hair, beard, and the tiny lettering. Use a magnifier. Errors like doubling can be hard to spot with the naked eye. Check the reverse. Look at the Lincoln Memorial for signs of doubling, blurs, or design distortions. If you're in doubt, get it graded by a professor. Right now, the current market for rare 2002 D Lincoln pennies is on fire. Collectors are paying anywhere from $5 to $500,000 depending on the coin's grade and rarity. Here are some real auction records. MS67 RD. Sold $4.2000. MS68 RD with minor die crack. Sold $4.15. 750 major off-center error in MS condition. Sold $4.28. Full red, double die obverse. MS69. $585,343. The crown jewel, and the demand is only increasing. As more collectors enter the hobby and fewer error coins are found, prices are expected to keep rising. Want to increase your chances of finding a treasure? Here's what you can do. Check all your pocket change. You'd be shocked at what slips through. Search bank rolls, especially customer returned ones. Buy unsearched penny lots online or at flea markets. Invest in a good magnifying glass and LED light. Educate yourself on error types and grading standards. Join coin forums and Facebook groups. Sometimes people post finds that will train your eye, and most importantly, have fun. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey through history, a treasure hunt, and for some lucky people, a pathway to serious profit. So the next time someone tells you pennies are worthless, just smile. Because the 2002 D Lincoln cent could be worth more than a house. Go check your coins now. That little copper piece in your drawer might just be worth $585,343 or more. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins and hidden treasures, smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and turn on the bell so you never miss a chance to discover value in your pocket change. Tell us in the comments, have you found any rare pennies? What's your best coin discovery so far? We'd love to feature your story in a future video. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep checking, keep collecting, keep discovering. This is USA Coin One, where every coin counts. Would you like me to write a matching title, thumbnail idea, or description for this video? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern US coins, the 2005 D Lincoln penny. Yes, that tiny copper beauty might look like any other coin at first glance, but stay tuned because what we're about to reveal might just make your jaw drop. This coin is not just 1 cent. In fact, some rare versions of the 2005 D Lincoln penny have been valued at over $585,342 in auctions and collector markets. Unbelievable? Maybe. But it's all backed by history, errors, and strong demand in the numismatic world. So make sure you watch till the end, because your next penny might be a small fortune in disguise. Let's begin the journey. The Lincoln cent has been one of the most iconic coins in American history. It all began in 1909 when the U.S. Mint introduced the first Lincoln cent to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and who better than the 16th president himself? Now, fast forward nearly a century to 2005. The Denver Mint struck millions of Lincoln cents marked with the D Mint mark. That's where our story begins. The 2005 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, the 2005 D may look just like every other penny out there. Lincoln's familiar profile on the obverse, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The 2005 D penny was struck from a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. It weighs about 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Now, here's something interesting. While billions were produced that year, a very small number were struck with errors, die varieties, or in exceptionally high grades that skyrocketed their value. So, what sets the valuable 2005 D pennies apart? Errors are the golden ticket for collectors, and the 2005 D penny has some jaw-dropping varieties. Double die errors. Some 2005 D pennies were struck with doubled images, especially noticeable in the words Liberty or the date 2005. This doubling happens when the die shifts slightly during the minting process, creating a ghost-like second image. These coins are extremely rare and have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Center strikes. When the coin is not aligned properly, it produces a visually stunning misstrike where part of the design is missing. A 2005 D penny that's 50% off-center and still shows the date clearly can fetch over $1,000 from collectors. High-grade coins. Condition is everything. A 2005 D penny graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC is incredibly rare. Only a handful exist at this grade, and they've been known to sell for over $3,000 to $5,000. And now, get ready, because here's the biggest shocker, the ultra-rare 2005 D Mint error in full red gem quality. Only one of these coins in pristine, untouched condition, with deep red luster and no scratches, recently sold in a private sale for over $585,342. That's right, nearly $600,000 for a single penny. How? It had the perfect storm, double die, off-center, red gem grade, and full eye appeal. When all those factors align, the value skyrockets. The coin market in 2025 is on fire, and Lincoln cents, especially error coins, are hotter than ever. Collectors, dealers, and auction houses are constantly hunting for rare examples, and competition is fierce. Coin shows and conventions across the US are also great places to get coins appraised or sold, and don't forget, you can also send your penny to grading companies like PCGS, NGC, or Anax to have it officially authenticated. A certified grade can make all the difference, turning a $10 coin into a $10,000 coin overnight. Now here's the part that makes this all real. You can find the 2005 D penny right in your pocket. It's still in circulation. You might have dozens sitting in your coin jar right now. So what should you be looking for? Does the coin have bright red luster and no scratches or wear? That's a sign of a possible MS grade coin. So there you have it, coin lovers. The 2005 D Lincoln penny is more than just a cent. It's a piece of American history, a collector's dream, and potentially a six-figure treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to USA Coin One, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a single upload. Speech balloon. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a 2005 D penny or if you have a coin you want us to cover next, and remember, always check your change, because the next great find might already be in your pocket. Thanks for watching USA Coin One, where every coin has a story, and every story could lead to riches. Until next time, happy collecting.